Why don't we go ahead and get started? So I want to thank everybody for joining us today in this virtual open house. On our open house today, we have myself, Lorraine Peaslin with Team Flores, Coldwell Banker, um, and my sister and partner, Sandra Bennett. And
Hello, everyone.
hi, Sans. And together we make up Team Flores. Additionally, we have our amazing lender partner, that's Brett Korf with Guaranteed Rate Affinity. So everybody knows what to expect today. We'll begin with a quick introductions, and then we'll talk about the community. And next we'll take a tour of the home with the 3D Matterport. And finally, we're gonna open it up to any questions at the end. If you wouldn't mind just going ahead and placing yourself on mute, and then you can unmute at the end, and please feel free to come on in with any questions. So while we're waiting few more seconds, because it just turned 1, while we're waiting for everybody to join, I'll talk a little bit about where our office is located. Our office is located on the corner of Temecula Parkway and Malinville Road. We are in the same parking lot as Goodwill and the new car wash, as well as the new Quick Burger. So I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen that construction going on Temecula Parkway, so I'm sure that all sounds a little bit familiar, but that's exactly where we are. Yeah, I think we've given everybody a chance to join, so let's go ahead and get started. Sandra, do you want to get started telling everybody a little bit about us?
Yes, let me do that. So my name is Sandra Bennett. As Lorraine mentioned, we are sisters and business partners, and together we make up Team Flores. We've been licensed each for 15 years, bringing 30 years of combined experience to our clientele. Lorraine and I, like so many residents here in the Valley, are San Diego transplants, which is where our business began. Today, our business consists of sellers and buyers, and we work with investors all the way to first-time buyers. From the beginning, we made it our top priority to adapt to the forever-changing world of real estate, and to provide the best tools and technology available to our clients. And that's why we've aligned ourselves with Coldwell Banker Realty here in the Valley, which happens to be the #1 brokerage in sales volume from April 2019 to March of 2020. So we're really excited about that. And that's also the reason why we're bringing our open house today to this virtual platform. As a disclaimer, this is our very first virtual open house. So there might be a couple bumps along the way, but rest assured, we're doing this for you. So we'll make sure all of your questions get answered today. And we're also going to make the 3D Matterport link available to you. So anyone that's interested, just drop in your email address in the chat, and we'll just make sure that we get that over to you. And I think that's enough about us. I'm going to pass it on to our premier lending partner, Brett Korf, with Guaranteed Rate Affinity, which is Coldwell Banker's premier lending affiliate.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for joining us. I'm excited to be here and testing out these new platforms. I've been a lender in Riverside and San Diego County now for 27 years. I love helping people attain their dream of home ownership. And I've been a successful lender for all this time because a couple of things I like to follow that kind of drives my business. And that's, first of all, service. I believe that service is really important when it comes to a transaction. I want to be available to my clients and my agents and partners at all times, whether that's 9 o'clock at night or 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm involved in the process. I'm very hands-on. So I'm involved with making sure that everybody is informed, as well as making sure that anything that needs to be done gets done in a timely manner. Secondly, honesty. it's very, very key. This process can be really challenging at times, and to have an honest partner that's telling you exactly what's going to happen next and working through possible challenges and being honest about those challenges is crucial. And then finally, I align myself with a great lender. I'm guaranteed rate Affinity is the 6th largest lender in the United States. We underwrite and fund all of our loans ourselves in-house. And because of that, we can provide excellent service, very good turn times, and we're not relying on somebody else to approve that loan or underwrite that loan. So that's very, very big. So yeah, let me pass it back to Lorraine and Sandra to talk about the house, because I know that's why everybody's here. And I'll touch base a little bit later to talk about rates and programs.
Okay, let's get started. Give me one moment. Well, like Sandra said, this is our first Zoom, and I keep clicking share my screen, and it keeps saying try again later. So let's try this again. I still have you guys there?
Yes, you do.
Okay, perfect. Let's do it again.
There
Yay.
you go.
Awesome.
Wonderful.
So here we go. I'm going to go ahead and start clicking away so you guys can start seeing this, and I'm going to scroll past those. We already did our introductions of everybody on our virtual tour today. I'm going to start by talking about schools. So first thing is Great Oak High School. For those of you that are unfamiliar with the area, Great Oak High School is a phenomenal school. As you can see, it's actually rated 10 out of 10 on greatschools.org, and it's a well-revered school in our community. This property falls within that Great Oak High School boundary lines, and that's kind of a big deal. I can't tell you how many times we host open houses, and we have buyers that are coming through the door, and they're asking, one of the first questions that they're asking is, does this home fall into Great Oak High School boundary lines? People are buying and selling real estate just to go to this school. The great news is this property certainly does fall within that. I'll show you a little bit about its location. Nice thing is that you can see that Great Oak, this is the property here. I wanted to show you a map. You can see I'm hovering over the property, which is located near Temecula Parkway. So this is Temecula Parkway right here. The high school is actually, as we get closer to the freeway being over here. So the nice thing about that is that it's only a 6-minute drive, and for all of those buyers who are looking to move to Temecula and are going to be commuting out of the area to San Diego County, LA County, and Orange County, as many people who live in Temecula do, you can go ahead and drop off your kiddos at the high school, and then it's just an easy commute right all the way to the freeway. So very convenient. We actually kind of have a trifecta with schools. We do great. The Vail Ranch Middle School does excellent as well. It rates 7 out of 10 on greatschools.org. One little nice benefit to this property's location is the fact that I would say that it's definitely walking distance to the home, 0.6 miles. And especially when it comes to middle school, that's about the age where most parents start to feel comfortable letting their kids go ahead and take a walk, start beginning to walk to school, or maybe ride their bikes to school. So the fact that this one is only 0.6 miles, definitely a huge benefit. Next is elementary school. It's assigned to Pauba Valley Elementary School, also rated phenomenally with a 9 out of 10 on greatschools.org. And this is just a short drive from the property. You can see here that you're about a mile from the home, give or take, and a 4-minute drive to get to Pauba Valley Elementary School. So next we have parks. I like to talk about parks because, you know, a lot of us really enjoy going on an afternoon walk. I think a lot of us have really started walking a lot more lately.
Yes.
Maybe, right, Sandra? I think
Yes, we have.
everybody's making it like a nightly tradition these days, right? Yeah. So we've got 6 parks that are in the area. Vail Ranch Park, Red Hawk, Wolf Creek, Patricia H. Birdsall, Morgan Hill, and Stephen Lennon Jr. Park. I wanted just to show you because, you know, we talk about parks, but it's really nice to really see how close these parks are to the home. So again, here we have the property. Just nearly across the street, we have Vail Ranch Park. This park has just recently been renovated. City of Temecula has put in millions of dollars in renovating a lot of our local parks, and this park is no exception. I mean, it's phenomenal. They've done a great job of renovating it, along with 105-foot zip line track. You also have Red Hawk Community Park here. So again, we go from Vail Ranch, we've got to the Red Hawk. You've got Wolf Creek Park, a favorite of my kiddos. And then we have Patricia H. Birdsall Park. This park you're gonna love, especially if you have kids that are in sports. You're gonna be here often because this is where you've got soccer practice. This is where you have baseball practice. This is where you have, you know, everything is right here at this park. So you're going to probably be there pretty often. And then kind of the interesting thing about that Patricia H. Birdsall Park is the fact that it's right across the street from Great Oak High School. So makes it convenient as well. And then finally, we have over here is going to be Morgan Hill Park, and then a nice little small pocket park at Stephen Lennon Jr. Memorial Park, again, very close to the home. So just a little highlight of those. Of course, there's excellent shopping in the area. It's really close to everything, grocery stores, restaurants. You've got just within a short distance to the home, you've got Stater Brothers, we've got Albertsons, you've got Walmart, Sprouts, and then down the way, you've got Ralph's. So if you're missing an ingredient from your recipe, no problem. You can easily solve that within minutes from this property. So now let's go ahead and let's get started. Let's see the property. I am going to switch screens now, and let's get into that Matterport so you can see the home and we can start talking a little bit more about that. Let's do that now. Give me a moment. Can you guys see that?
Yes,
Yep.
Okay, thank you. So, alrighty, here's the dollhouse view of the home. And as we are moving into the entrance, I'm going to kind of navigate us through. Sandra, do you want to just kind of talk about the entrance of the home a little bit?
Yes, it's got an amazing entrance. It's got vaulted ceilings. So that's one of the first things that you notice when you walk in the home is the vaulted ceilings and the feature wall of windows, just bringing in an abundance of light into the space. I think a lot of people have mentioned that they really appreciate the corner gas fireplace because you can truly enjoy it from the living room as well as the dining room. And the sellers have recently updated the facade, so it's got an Arctic white stacked stone tile, and let's see what else. And it's been freshly painted throughout in, you know, one of the most popular colors these days. It's got a gray
Repo
palette.
gray. Yeah, got a
gray.
gray on the walls, and that's like I think like the #1 color on Pinterest right now. So it's hugely popular and really appreciated by a lot of buyers these days. Go ahead, Sandra.
So yeah, to the left there, you can see a desk area, but I know a lot of families in the area use that as the traditional dining space. For our particular family, they didn't need that extra space, and so they've got it as their own little spot to do homework. But you can see that if you move around the room, there's truly windows throughout the space, just really flooding the space. It's very light and airy. It just gives you a great sense of openness. It's bright, it's airy, very voluminous, if you will. And it looks like, Lorraine, you're moving towards the kitchen.
Yeah. So I'll talk about the kitchen a bit. So you can see you've got what a lot of buyers want these days, and that's white kitchen cabinets. We've got matte black pools, a black countertop, kind of going in the design of a modern rustic kind of kitchen. Highly desirable for most buyers these days. These kitchen cabinets were just painted weeks ago, I think a week and a half ago. So this is all fresh paint in the kitchen, all fresh paint throughout the walls, throughout the entire property, in addition to fresh paint on the cabinetry in the bathrooms as well. So you'll see that as we go over there. And then you can see that you've got your eat-in kitchen with, and this is a large table. I'm not sure if it shows it justice, but this is a really big kitchen table in that in our eat-in kitchen, and it fits comfortably. There's still plenty of room to add more furniture here at the corner as well. And the nice thing is that, again, all these windows that you've got leading out to your backyard, and then in addition to more brightness coming in through the side of the home with these kitchens on the side of the home.
Windows, yeah.
Yeah, all these windows as well, yeah. So let's go ahead and leave.
One other thing about the kitchen is it's got the recessed lighting, and there's also the ceiling fan, and you'll notice that throughout the house you're going to see that there's pretty much ceiling fans in every room.
There we go. We can see that recessed light. Yeah, awesome. And then down the hallway as we go towards the front door again, you're going to find that you've got a powder bath. So this is great for company. You don't necessarily want company, coming in upstairs into your master bedroom. So it's just what you need. You've got a small toilet area and sink and mirror, perfect for guests. So let's go ahead and navigate upstairs. Let's go ahead and head up the stairs right now. Here we go. All right, and I want to give you a bird's eye view. Those are the bedrooms, but let's turn around a bit. Let's give you a bird's eye view from the top of the stairs, because I think it's really hard to convey how impressive these ceilings are, but I think this kind of gives you a better perspective. It just really is a very bright and open space that you don't get every day. We definitely don't get homes like this every day. So I think it certainly stands on its own in terms of its architecture, very much rich in a California design. So as we move down the hallway, let's go ahead and head into the master bedroom. Give me 1 second. I'm going to have to move some things to the side. There we go. All right. So here we are in the master bedroom. Sandra, you want to tell everybody about the master a bit?
So again, you're going to see vaulted ceilings. There's that ceiling fan that I was talking about. We've got sliding glass doors that lead out to your own private balcony, which is an amazing feature to have. And then of course there's an ensuite. As Lorraine turns the screen, you'll notice the master bathroom, and it's got a dual sink vanity. Again, the cabinetry has recently been painted. It's in a rich gray hue. We've got oil rub bronze faucets and lighting, a rustic framed mirror, And yeah, a very bright
Kind of
space
keeping
with
with
that
that,
sliding door off of the master.
yeah, and kind of keeping consistent with that modern rustic feel throughout the home.
Yes, I would agree.
Yeah. So let's head out the master. And let's navigate down this hallway. The first thing that you're going to see is going to be the hallway bath, which is going to be shared by bedrooms 2 and 3. So let's get in there. Nice thing about the updates that were recently done in the home is that you're showing we have a lot of consistency. You can see that the cabinets and as well as the faucets and royal oil rubbed bronze faucets and lighting. Again, that Kona stain mirror and that rich gray cabinetry with the matte black pools. Again, a lot of consistency that you have in the home. So, you know, this really is a home that's in move-in ready condition and a stylish move-in ready condition for that. You can see that. What
I was going to say is what you'll notice is that you do get great privacy here in this home because the secondary bedrooms and the master are divided by the long hallway. And then another feature while we're upstairs is the home does or is equipped with a whole house fan as well.
Yes, it is. And that's important, you know, because Temecula can get a little hot in the summer. So that whole house fan will help to keep your AC bills down by allowing all of that hot air to release out of the attic, which is a huge benefit if you're unfamiliar with those. You know, once you live in a home with a whole house fan and you see that it's energy efficiency, I'm sure you're going to want it in your next home. This is one of the 2 secondary bedrooms in the property. This is the one on the left forefront of the home, or if you're on the right forefront, if you're standing on the sidewalk. So again, you've got the ceiling fans in each of the bedrooms. And I'll just take a quick turn around. I like that you know, you've got a lot of brightness in this home. So it never feels dark. I think I spend a little bit too fast. We're going to make ourselves dizzy. And then, of course, we have our closets. And then let's take it back out and navigate into that other bedroom. So again, you can see that they're very much like a twin bedroom. You've got very similar in size, and also that large window in the front of the home with views to the exterior. And again, you've got a fan in the bedroom. So all of that is really nice. I'll just do a quick tour, giving us a spin of the room. And then while we navigate out through here, I'm just going to let this sit right here. And then maybe we can talk about rates. So Sandra, do you want to?
Yeah, so I think, Brett, some of the most important things that people are after today is learning about where the market's at, where interest rates are at, which are at an all-time low. So we're really excited about that. Great time for buyers to enter the market.
Yeah, it's fantastic right now. It's really exciting times because buyers that are qualified and ready to go are finding that the payment that they thought they were going to get is going to be lower. Interest rates have come down to where we are at the lowest point in I don't even know, 30 years, 40 years, longer than I've been in the business.
Yeah.
And with that, it gives people more buying power, or it just makes that payment more comfortable. So a couple of the programs out there that are really popular, especially with first-time home buyers, is a conventional program that only requires a 3% down payment. This is a first-time home buyer program, which means that if you haven't owned a home in the last 3 years, you qualify as a first-time home buyer. Or if you don't currently own a home, and so if you meet those guidelines, this program is fantastic at a price point. Oh, go ahead.
That's important because without that first-time home buyer program, the minimum down payment for an FHA is 3.5%. So that's even lower than the minimum for FHA.
Yeah, and it's a great program because it's the costs to get into the program are cheaper than it would be for FHA. So that program right now, if you were in the contract at the list price, you'd be looking at a down payment of 3%. Interest rate on that loan right now is only 3.625.
Wow.
And the total payment with taxes and insurance and everything would be $24.12. So very, very affordable. The next level that we see on conventional financing is 5% down. The interest rate drops a full percent. With 5% down,
Wow.
3.125 is the interest rate, and that payment would be $23.17. And then certainly if somebody's coming in with 20% down, those programs are also very, very low, 3.125 as well. That payment would be $18.88.
And VA loan, Brett, we have a lot of military clients that are moving from Camp Pendleton and looking to make Temecula their home. Can you tell us a little bit about what VA rates are looking like right now?
Yeah, VA is such a great program, and thank you to all your service members who have served or retired from the military. This is a fantastic benefit for you. The VA program does not require a down payment. The interest rate today for a 30-year fixed is 2.625.
Wow, it dropped even further.
And that's with 0 points. Your payment would be $21.27. Roughly based on that purchase price. So it's
Phenomenal.
yeah, it's a fantastic opportunity for veterans to take advantage of. I've been doing VA loans now for over 20 years. So if anybody has any questions on the program, how they qualify or if they qualify, then certainly I'll be happy to talk to them about that.
Brett, have you ever seen rates that low for VAs?
No. It's never been this low for a 30-year fix.
Yeah.
And then finally, the last program, which is a program that a lot of first-time home buyers use as well, and that's FHA. It's a government-backed program. Only requires a 3.5% down payment. They will allow lower credit scores and higher debt-to-income ratios, so it's an easier loan to qualify for. And that today, the rate on that loan is 3.25, and that payment with taxes and insurance and mortgage insurance and everything would be $2,500 roughly.
That's phenomenal.
Yeah, so it's
phenomenal.
a great time for buyers right now to take advantage of the market and the rates. And if anybody wants any information on these programs or just has a quick question, just send me a text or an email and I'll be happy to help.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and share your information here. So for anybody that's watching and wants to get a hold of Brett, is interested in buying and wants to take the first step, really the first step is starting with getting pre-approved because, you know, we suggest to our clients that they work the numbers backward. They tell us, you know, what payment they're comfortable with, and then we can work with the lender and tell them what that translates to in their purchase power. You know, many of you are already paying pretty decent rents in some of our neighboring counties, such as Orange County and LA County and San Diego County. And for that same payment, and as you've seen what Brett's gone over, you can actually become a homeowner and live in a phenomenal home like this one that we have here today. So yeah. Makes it pretty exciting, especially where interest rates are, right?
Yeah, and the pre-approval is crucial because certainly at this point, if you want to be competitive and have your offer considered, you need to be pre-approved. But also it's important because you want to know what those numbers are going to look like before you start looking for homes. A lot of times people have an idea in their mind of where they want their payment to be, and we can work backwards into that, like Lorraine was mentioning. And I can let them know what they qualify for and what they need to do if there's something that needs to be done before they can go look for homes.
And that's a really good point, Brett, because we are in different times in this COVID stage. And so many of our sellers are requiring buyers to send in their pre-approval prior to even entering the property, just to mitigate, the spread of the virus. We all have to do our part and just keep everybody safe and healthy. So that's one of the big components right now, is making sure that you've got that pre-approval in hand before you start the process, the whole buying process.
Yep.
And getting out there to look at homes.
Yep, that's crucial.
Yep. Well, thank you everybody for joining us today on our very first open house. Thank you for having patience with us today while we were switching and sharing screens a little bit, and we really appreciate you joining us. We hope that you like what you saw today, and if you have more questions, you have both our contact information, Sandra and I with Team Flores, as well as you have Brett's contact information, and we'd love to help you on this journey of maybe becoming a homeowner, or if you are looking to find something different than what you currently have with your current residence, then we'd love to help you explore that as well. So.
And I was going to say, as a reminder, anybody that's interested in the 3D Matterport link, just drop your email address in the chat and we'll make sure that we get that out to you.
Thank you. Have a wonderful day. Bye.